before you spend all of your money during Christmas time this year, and I know some of you are probably thinking, I've already spent all my money, what am I going to do? But you need to pay close attention to this video because it's going to save you. It's literally going to save your life. When it comes to learning, there's nobody ahead and nobody behind. I don't believe I was born with all the skills. I don't believe I was born confident. But what I do know is that if I decide that I'm going to go in on something, I'm either going to go big or I'm going to go home. You know what most people do during Christmas time? Most people, they kind of take whatever they've managed to save up over the whole year or maybe the last few months, and they end up spending it all. Now, this becomes a huge problem because those of you who are financially broke, and maybe you've been financially broke for a while now, and you're thinking, why is it that I'm always broke? Actually, number one, you can't be saying that because that is affecting the law of attraction. And secondly, because of our spending habits. Now, today, instead of just saying, hey, you shouldn't be spending, instead of just saying, hey, you need to be investing, we are actually going to dive deep into the roots to why you do what you do. Now, I don't know if you've ever thought about this before, right? And this will literally save you like it saved my life too, because I used to, in my teenage years, in my early 20s, I used to always be broke. It doesn't matter how much money I earned. It doesn't matter what pay rise I get, I will still be broke. And I didn't actually know why back then, until if you ask yourself this question, okay? When it comes to Christmas time, what you'll realize is a lot of the time you probably have the same patterns where you end up spending all of your savings. Right? You'll go to the shops and then you'll see, can I afford this? Can I afford that? And then you'll buy everything that you can afford. But my question to you is, why is that so? Like, why do we think we need to buy everything for everyone until we can't afford to buy any more? Right? Because let me tell you something, that will be the stopping point, right? That will be the cutoff point to when you stop buying presents or buying more expensive presents. If you really think about it, we all have this sense of contribution. We have this need to contribute beyond ourselves. And that's why a lot of the time, actually, when we get something for somebody else, we're actually more happier than getting it for ourselves. Think about it, because at the end of the day, there's no such thing as an action without a reaction. So if we're wanting that reaction of somebody smiling, somebody really happy, we feel like, okay, we need to buy the best of the present for them. But actually, if you really ask yourself, right, because this depends on what people buy, usually depends on what affordability they have. But if we really look at it, then if you had less affordability, can you still make other people happy? And the answer will most definitely be yes. And this actually goes down to the root of our money habits. Now, I don't mean to talk about this during Christmas time. I know everyone's very happy thinking, oh, you know, I just want to buy things for that moment and make people happy, and I love them, I care for them, that's why I want to do what I do. But you need to understand something here, because there's this saying that says love starts from self-love. There's a lot of students that come to me and they say, why is it that for so long, they've been wanting to open their own charity, do their own, great work out there, and they keep saying that when I have money, then I'll do it. Or some people, they just want to help people now, but I say you haven't even got the capacity to help yourself right now. How can you go out and help other people? If you look at it this way, I had to get selfish at one point. Now, there was this saying, I can't remember if you guys know what that saying was when Jeremy shared it. Something about selfishness. Do you guys remember? They're trying to help me, but they can't help me. It was something on the lines of selfishness is a very powerful act, right? And it would lead you to light if it's positive selfishness. But if it's negative selfishness, meaning that it's selfish and it's going to harm people, or it's not empowering, right? Then it leads to darkness. But sometimes it's all right to be selfish, because even if you think about it like this, right? When you get on a plane and they give you the safety measures at the beginning, they tell you to put whose mask on first? Your son's, your kids, or your own? They always tell yourself to look after yourself first. Is because if you can't look after yourself, how are you going to look after other people? And so there was this short term where I had to be very sensible with my money. And this was in my early 20s. instead of the habits of what most people do, which is just make money, spend money, make money, spend money, make money, spend more money, swipe all credit cards and spend even more money. I had to learn the principles of actually, how do I take money, not spend it, but how do I learn to invest money instead? There's nothing wrong with debt, actually. And I'm not saying don't get in debt, but there's something called good debt and something called bad debt. If you're going to take debt for an investment, that's going to be something, an asset, something that will make money for you, then that's great. But if you're going to take debt for something that's going to lose money, is going to depreciate in value, then that's not so good. So instead of doing that, how about this year we already start looking at it now? I know some of you are smirking right now because you're thinking, I've already spent a lot of my money already. But maybe that remainder you've got left, maybe now is to be a little bit smarter with your money, okay? Because actually, next week, I'm gonna share with you guys what I bought my family for Christmas, and I bought my friends and my colleagues for Christmas. And then you start to understand, actually, it's not always about how expensive that item is. Obviously, when you have the money, you'll naturally think, I want to spend more money doing it, right? But just think, what will make them happy? And if there's a way to spend less this Christmas, that's a good habit to actually start organizing your finances. Because instead, for 2020, in preparation for 2020, you want to build up this cash. And when you build up this cash, you want to start learning to invest in things. Don't always be broke one month after another month, right? And then next year, I'll create more videos teaching you guys how to invest, what to invest in, to actually make that money grow for you. And then finally, and this should be your goal, this should be everybody's 2020 goal, is to increase your number of passive income streams, right? I want you to type that in the comments below. Also write that in your calendar, write that on your wall. That's your new intention for 2020, right? Organize and increase your amount of passive income streams. Because with passive income, and I always say that when I talk about money, it's never about the money. Think about it. I mean, what you're going to do with all the paper. But when I talk about money, I'm always talking about the lifestyle that money can bring. That freedom for you to be able to take your kids anywhere, to take your family anywhere during Christmas, do whatever, you know, to be able to, when in need, people are in need, you can help them, and it's not going to damage your finances, and you're not going to be struggling yourself as a consequence. Because actually, if you don't need to worry about money again, think about this, if you never need to worry about money again, how that will also affect your vibrational frequency. So, like I said, I'm not meaning to come in just before Christmas just to tell you not to spend money, but think about it. If you can make something that's more meaningful, if you can take something that's less expensive in this context, right? Then take that for now. Make the people around you happy, right? This is the short-term, we can call it short-term sacrifice for actually long-term gain, because in the future, when you have that passive income, you can do whatever stupid things you want to do with your money because it's coming in passive anyway. Anyway, guys, I hope some of you will actually take this on board. I know some of you will find it hard because you're some sort of shopping addict or something like that. But if you do take it on board this year and start this new habit of keeping this capital and investing rather than spending on liabilities, it will change your whole financial future. It will change your freedom. It will also change your vibration going forward also. If you enjoyed this video, or if you got anything out of it whatsoever, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Also, comment below. Let us know your thoughts, your views. I know some of you will want to be, I don't know, ranting and raving now because you want to spend your money and it's your loved ones and you live for the moment and all that free spirit stuff. You guys comment, or you like, I'll take a quick read of your comments. Let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we're gonna do some asana practice. You ready for this? Rolling out. I'm still not sure about that outro, but we'll work on it. Guys, so this week we're gonna do a very simple asana, okay? It's simple, but not easy for some. Okay, so what I want you to do is to get your 2 feet, okay, with heels down on the ground. Okay, just to sit there. Heels down, 2 feet out together, down on the ground, just like this. Now, some of you may find it, you get a little bit of tension, stress. Maybe you keep falling over on your bum. Okay, that's very normal because some people, their legs, the feet is not open in this way. So actually, when we talk about yoga, we're talking about a different type of yoga because we're talking about yoga for manifestation, for energies channeling through the vessel, through the body. So we need to open up the feet, make sure the energy is flowing all right. Now, those of you who struggle to sit like this, all I can recommend you is to keep practicing. Maybe your heels are up, maybe your feet are slightly apart, but every day, keep practicing so that you can sit closer and closer and closer, okay? Now, then once you've done this, what I want you to do is to lock your big toes. These are 2 very, very powerful locks here, because when we open up, okay, this lock here needs to be a tight lock. This is actually freeing up and actually the key to opening up the energy points from the feet. So when you lock, the heel is on the ground, leg is straight, inhale, exhale, elbow goes to knee. Then you switch, bring it back. Then the other one comes out. Breathe. Okay, inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. And bring it back. Now I know some of you will think that looks really easy. Actually, we're gonna get an extension on that at an advance next week's Yogi in a Lamborghini on Thursday. So make sure to tune in for how we actually go from there moving forward. But for now, I think that's it. Actually, you'll feel some stress there. So see how long you can sit there for. Guys, I'm done for now. Have a beautiful, beautiful Christmas. And I'll see you guys after. For now, make sure to check on the other videos. Love and blessings to all of you and your beautiful families. Namaste.